Welcome to episode number 134 of the Brave Widow Show. Brave Widows, if you have been waiting for the perfect time to start your healing and your growth journey, this is your episode. 2025 is your year. This episode will cover all of the ways that you can work with Brave Widow, that you can achieve the healing and the growth goals that you have for your future. So let's not mess around. Let's dive into it. Welcome to the Brave Widow Show, where we help widows find hope, heal their heart, and dream again for the future. I'm your host, Emily Tanner. After losing my husband of 20 years, I didn't know how I could ever experience true joy and excitement again for the future. I eventually learned how to create a life I love, and I've made it my mission to help other widows do the same. Join me in the Brave Widow membership community and get started today. Learn more at bravewidow.com. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you the ways that Brave Widow is growing, the way that it's evolving and changing, and how you can work with me. So if you're new to the show, not every episode is like this. If this is your first one, welcome. I'm so happy to be able to speak to you today and to share with you the ways that Brave Widow can help empower you and help support you on your journey through all of this crazy grief stuff into building a life that you love. I have been working the last 2 to 3 months doing deep, reflective, transformational work on how I continue to morph and to change and to grow myself and to grow Brave Widow as a company and an organization that can help the most widows make the most progress. Over the past 2 years, I have offered everything. I've offered courses. I've had a membership. We've launched masterminds. We did a masterclass series. We've done one-on-one coaching. I've done on-demand virtual coaching. I've offered several different things. And what I've noticed is that there are some key things that really have helped widows make the most progress. And I've really been able to uncover at what stage in the widow journey do people really tend to come to me for? Who are my most successful, most engaged, ready to go clients? Who are the clients that maybe have struggled, maybe haven't been engaged, maybe started participating and dropped off and I never heard back from them? Maybe who expressed interest in coaching, but didn't follow through. Why? What were the differences there? I've found some common themes. And so I really have done a lot of work in crafting out services and offers that I think will help support different people, different learning styles, different stages, and still ultimately help you move forward. If you're not familiar with Brave Widow is not just a typical grief recovery program. Grief recovery is very much at the heart and the core of where we start. And I view it as very foundational. I believe we have to do the work in grief recovery to be able to truly move forward and to be able to expand our heart and our capacity for growth and for creating a life that we love. So in the Brave Widow universe, we do always start with grief recovery, and that is where we start. That is the foundation that we rebuild your life, we rebuild your social circle, we rebuild an experience where you truly can have joy, you can love your life, you can have clarity, and you can have guidance for what steps you need to take next. So most widows come to me at a point where they've tried therapy. They've gone to therapy. Maybe they've done grief groups. Maybe they've done grief share. They've done grief recovery method. I even have a client who's a grief recovery coach herself. but she sees the value in having another coach work with her. Regardless of exactly what they have tried, at the end of the day, they all come with the same question, which is, what's next? And typically, the conversation that we have is, I've had therapy, it's helped, or I did grief recovery, it's gotten me to a certain point, and now I'm just like, is this it? Like, okay, I did some of that, I feel a little better, but is this really it? This is really the rest of my life? This is what I get to experience for the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years? That sucks. This is awful. There has to be something more, but it's so confusing. How do I go from where I am to figuring out who I am, what I want for my future, being able to create a life that I actually enjoy? What are the steps to getting there? No one is telling me how to actually get there. If you haven't met me, my name's Emily. I am the founder of Brave Widow, and that is what I'm here to help you do. I help meet widows where they are, figure out their exact next steps, and help them to move forward. Later on in this episode of the podcast, I am going to share with you tangible results of people who have gone through the community program, who've gone through the masterminds, who've gone through one-on-one coaching. And I'm going to share with you how we have helped to track things that are normally hard to track. How do you track and how do you monitor your sense of purpose and meaning in life? How do you track your level of confidence in yourself, in your ability to try new things, in your confidence that you'll follow through on what you say you're going to do? How do you track your relationships that you have with other people? We do track it, and I'm going to show you some of the results and the typical results that people experience as they work through Brave Widow. Now, before I dive in to the different offers that I have, I already know, like I can already hear my coaches telling me I have too many offers, I have too many options, and that I just need to keep it as simple as possible. And I agree. That's really good general advice for coaches. And I don't think I'm a special unicorn that gets to avoid all of the rules. And I feel called to offer certain things, and I'm going to share with you why each offer could be the right one for you. So I'm going to share the different ways that you can work with me and the Brave Widow tribe, what the different programs and containers are. But I want to lead with this caveat that if you're listening to this and you're like, I'm so confused, I don't know which one is right for me, I don't know what's going to help me, is any of it going to help me, who is this Emily person? Or you're on the fence and you're like, it's an investment, I'm not really sure that I want to dive in, you can schedule a free consult call with me. I don't pressure you on the call to make a decision right away. I want to help you make a decision that you're at peace with. And sometimes that does include challenging your thoughts and your fears and all of the mind drama that your brain brings up, because your brain wants to find all of the reasons why you shouldn't do anything new. Your brain wants to keep you very safe. It wants pleasure. It wants comfort. It wants to be on autopilot. So it doesn't matter if you're starting a new weight loss program. It doesn't matter if you're starting a new diet. It doesn't matter if you're thinking about joining Brave Widow. Anything new that you're considering doing, just think about it. And your brain will tell you all of the reasons why you shouldn't do it. That's because it doesn't like things that are new. It doesn't like you to step outside of your comfort zone. So as a coach, yes, I am going to help you look at those thoughts that come up, evaluate those and what you want to choose to believe versus what your brain is offering you to believe, and help you make a decision out of peace, not out of fear, not out of being afraid, but out of saying, I truly believe this is the best decision for me, and here is why, and feeling good about that decision. That is my goal on the consult call. So you You can always go to bravewidow.com, sign up for a consult call. I will spend an hour with you to learn more about you. I will explain what I would recommend for you, why, how it would actually help you get to where you want to go, even if you don't know exactly where that is yet, and help you walk through the decision of what you want to do on next steps. You can go to bravewidow.com for that. I feel really compelled to have different tiers and different containers for people to go through because people come in at different stages and people have different learning styles. People need different levels of support. And sometimes what works really well for one person doesn't work great for others. For example, I have clients that they do one-on-one coaching calls with me every single week. They're on every call. They implement the things that we talk about. They make changes. They make the fastest progress. They do the most deeply transformative work. Yet, some of those one-on-one clients don't come to the group calls, don't go through the workshops, don't look at any of the courses. And I have clients where it's the total opposite. Maybe they're part of a mastermind or group coaching or the membership, and I'm going to talk through all of that. But they're super engaged. They're on every call. They're participating in the group. They're watching the courses or coming back and reporting on what they've done. They're really highly engaged, just in a very different way. And so my goal is to give everyone the opportunity to learn and to grow in a way that best supports them and where they are and where they're ready to take that next step. Now, each of the different containers I'm going to share with you has a different price point and has a different investment requirement. And maybe the elephant in the room and the question is, hey, this is for widows. This is supposed to help widows. Why don't you just give everything away for free? And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why there are different price points and why giving things away for free doesn't work. Here's the thing. Why would you pay for a personal trainer when you can scour millions of personal training and workout videos for free on YouTube? Why would you do it? Why would you pay for a gym membership beyond the equipment? Like, why would you pay to go to a class? Why would you pay for a trainer? Why would you pay for a workshop when you can find everything online for free, right? You could find workouts. You could find all of these things online for free. Here's the thing. When things are easily available to us and they are free, many times we don't do anything with them. So whether it's a gym membership that costs $10 a month or $20 a month, we're not too worried about whether or not we go, right? When we start paying for classes, maybe we're paying $100 a month for this gym membership. We're like, oh, I need to make a decision. Either I need to participate in these classes, I need to take out my working out more seriously, or I need to just cancel and stop paying for this because it's costing me something not to do it. And I need to start taking this more seriously. Then if you have a personal trainer, and let's say you're paying $100 a week or $200 a week, you're super serious, right? If you're paying someone $100 or $200 a week and you know they're waiting on you to show up to the gym 3 times a week, you're going to be much more likely to show up, to take things seriously, and to be accountable to driving those changes and results. So as part of Brave Widow, I give away tons of stuff for free, tons of things, hundreds, if not thousands of hours, whether it's through my podcast, it's through workshops that I've done that have been for free, whether it's different live events or times that I've gone live, whether it's the Brave New Widow workbook that's over 60 pages to help widows through their first few months, whether it's going and speaking at churches or funeral homes or with hospice units or whatever it is. I have given so much for free. I have given many trials to the membership for free. I've given many memberships away for free. And I will say, out of everything that I have given for free as a trial or free as access into a course or community, maybe 5% of that actually gets used. 5%. I can sell access to the membership at $100 a month easier than I used to be able to sell a whole year for $7. Why? Because people don't value something that costs $7 a year, but they value something that costs $100 a month. So when we pay for something, not only does it change the value that we perceive as there, not only does it cause us to make a decision like I'm going to do something with this or I'm going to stop paying for it, but there's not this like weird in between of I have access to this stuff and one day I'm going to log in and when I have time and when it feels right, then I'll put my toes in. No, when we are at a point where we have to choose that we're going to invest in ourselves and take this seriously, or we're not going to invest at all, we change as a person. If I hire a nutritional coach to help me eat better, I'm not going to pay someone and not show up, not do it, not get on the calls. Like, I'm either not going to pay that person and I'm not going to take my nutrition seriously, or I'm going to pay them as a coach and I'm going to actually show up. In fact, last year, I was accepted to speak at the National Funeral Directors Association, an annual convention, an expo, which is a really long way of saying this is a big deal. This is a big conference. It was speaking to people from several different countries. There are thousands of people that go to this conference every year. And I was going to speak to a lot of funeral directors and give a presentation. And I know myself, right? Like I knew if typical Emily that I probably would have waited until a month before I was supposed to present. I would have halfway put my presentation together. I would have practiced it a couple times. And then the week before, I'd be running around frantically trying to practice, changing my slides, trying to figure things out. I knew I wanted coaching with public speaking. I wanted someone to hold me accountable and make sure that I met all of my deadlines and that I didn't wait till last minute to practice, that I didn't wait until last minute to figure out what was going to go on my slides. Like I knew myself, like many of you know yourself. So I hired a public speaking coach for a period of 6 months. And for 6 months, she helped me craft this presentation that ended up, by the way, receiving really high reviews and feedback from the attendees that were present. It was an amazing experience. My confidence was through the roof. I felt so good. I felt so good about presenting and interacting with these people, but it was because I had decided to invest in myself and invest in a coach that I was able to show up that way instead of the way that old Emily would have done, which is figuring I had a month or two before the presentation, trying to come up with it on my own, doubting myself, second guessing everything, spinning out in paralysis analysis and all of the things. So when you decide to invest in yourself, when you decide to finally take yourself seriously and what it is that you want to accomplish, you change as a person. Just the decision. I'm going to invest in this program. I'm going to invest in getting a degree. I'm going to invest in this coaching. I'm going to invest in this class where it's going to cost me something. So it's going to hurt if I don't actually take advantage of what I have access to versus, oh, I have access to all of this stuff for free. And when I get around to it, I'll go watch the videos and listen to the podcasts and all of that. So that is why there are different price points and there are different investments required because the more that I'm going to show up for you and I'm going to be engaged with you one-on-one and helping you move forward, I want to make sure that you are just as engaged, you are just as focused, and you are ready to go. Now, that being said, the way I've decided to curate and package these different offers and different containers is to make it a no-brainer for you, is to make it so good and so irresistible that you're like, yeah, this is the one for me. I know it's perfect for me. I'm all in. Let's do this. Okay, I'm going to walk you through the 4 different ways that you can work with me in 2025. And again, I'm just going to remind you that if you're not sure which one is the right fit for you, you're on the fence, you want FaceTime with me to talk through to see if you even like me as a person, whatever that is, You can schedule a consult call with me by going to bravewidow.com and I will help walk you through all of that. Okay, I also want to add that for everyone who's currently in a program, whether you're in one-on-one coaching, on-demand coaching, in a mastermind, in a cohort, in the membership, whatever you're currently experiencing, nothing is moving backwards, right? So at every level, I'm actually adding something more to each of these offers and containers. So as you're listening to something, maybe the membership, for example, and you're part of the membership and you hear that I've added some things, you can be excited that you're already a member, you're locked in at the price that you signed up with. None of that is going to be changing. And these bonuses are getting added to everyone. Everyone will have access to them. So no one hearing this should feel that they're going backwards, that something's changed, I don't change. Everything that I've packaged together is the next step. Or as I had someone say last week, like, hey, Brave Widow is up leveling. Like, we are continuing to level up. This is fantastic. Like, we are just getting so much more than we got even 2 years ago. All right. So, the first way, and really the entryway that people often join Brave Widow and work with me through, is called the Brave Widow membership community. You've probably heard it a lot on the intro and outro of the podcast. You've seen it in my emails. I've talked about joining the community, and the community can help you if you are feeling overwhelmed by grief, if you are really feeling alone, misunderstood, and disconnected. If you're feeling lost and uncertain about the exact next step that you should take or what you should focus on in order to feel like you are moving forward. If you feel isolated and feel that no one gets you, they don't understand you, or if you're like me, I often ask myself, is this normal? Is what I'm thinking and feeling and experiencing with losing my social circle, with people treating me differently, with feeling like I have no support, is that normal? Or am I just the crazy one? Am I the only one? Am I the crazy one here? The membership community is amazing for that. It also will help you with practical things. So each month I have a live workshop where I teach and I help educate. For example, this month in January, actually, by the time this airs, it will be tomorrow, Wednesday, January 15th. I'm doing a 90-minute workshop on how to set goals and how to plan your year of 2025 out, even if you feel completely overwhelmed, even if you don't know who you are and what you want and what goals you have for your future, you're going to walk away with a goal. We have a method for helping you to determine what your goal for 2025 can be. And I'm going to teach that live. In February, we are doing the top 5 dating mistakes that widows make. We are also doing a special Valentine's Day luncheon in honor of our person. And in March, I'm doing a workshop on how to declutter your home and your mind. So every month, we have a practical workshop with tools that will help you. Everything is recorded. So if you can't come live, you can always watch it later. And you get access to the treasure trove of all the past workshops and calls that we've had in case you want to dig in more on a particular topic. All right, so the price for joining the membership community is $97 a month, or it's $197 for the quarter. For all of you bargain shoppers out there that want to pay for 2 months and get the third month free, sign up for the quarterly membership. It's the most popular one. It's $197 every quarter, and this is a no-brainer, people. I've sold courses that you will have access to for $200, $300, $500. I even give you access to one of our mastermind groups replays, which I sold the mastermind for $3,000. You get access to all of that. You get access to the forums to talk to other widows. You get access to a private Facebook group that you can interact with other people on. You get access all of the downloads, the tools, the strategies, the resources, the things that I use with my one-on-one coaching clients, with my mastermind clients. You get access to all of that for $97 a month or $197 a quarter, and you can cancel at any time if you decide it's not the right fit for you. But this is a no-brainer on the pricing. You also get access to the members only workshops. I talked through 3 of those workshops that are coming up. You get access to attend those, also to listen to the replays, and you get access to a monthly group coaching call. So if you want coaching, if you want feedback, you can come to that call and get the direct feedback and guidance that you need if you're not sure where to start. If you're struggling with loneliness and you want to work on how to make new friends and how to connect with people, if you want to work on how to navigate brain fog because life is so overwhelming, there are so many courses in there that can help you. And we can help you identify where you are and exactly where, I would focus you on what I would have you go work on as your next step. You also get access to Grief Recovery Method when I host that. Now, Grief Recovery Method, I've sold in groups for upwards of $700 for each group and each round. As a group, there are 8 sessions, so it's 8 weeks of sessions. It's amazing. I've talked lots on the show about Grief Recovery Method. You get access to be able to join that at the current rate of the membership. So there's no additional fee. I will even send you the book that you need. You don't have to pay for you pay for nothing. You just show up and be present on the sessions. Now, what is new for 2025? Okay, in 2025, it will be February or March. I'm not exactly sure. So this is going to be like a little surprise, a little teaser here. But you are going to get what I'm calling the Brave Widow Blueprint. I have a couple of workshops and some podcast episodes where I've talked about the 4 stages of widowhood. Now, you've heard about the 5 stages of grief, and maybe you don't resonate with that. If you don't, guess what? You're totally normal. The 5 stages of grief wasn't created for widows. It wasn't created for the loss of another person. It was created for a totally different reason. And I'm not going to get into all of that because I've covered it several times and I'll probably cover it again in the future. But what I have created after coaching widows, after navigating widowhood for 3.5 years now, coaching widows for over 2 years now, is what I'm calling the 4 stages of widowhood. And this blueprint is going to help you figure out where you are in this journey of healing your heart, of building a life that you can love and enjoy again, and actually bringing that to reality. And it will help point out specifically what you should do next, some areas that you can really focus on. And it's going to point to content that you can go and access in the membership. So for people who are feeling lost, you're not sure where to go, you're going to have the group monthly coaching calls. You're going to have the blueprint to be able to look at. And I actually went in and added it earlier this week. So if you've noticed, you're probably like, what is this? But I added a feature in the membership this week called Ask Emily. Now, I recognize you may not want to post all of your personal details in the forums. You may not want to post it in a Facebook group. You may not feel comfortable asking your question on a group coaching call. So I've added a section in the membership where you would find the forums and where you would find the meetups and all of that, called Ask Emily. And this allows you to submit your personal question on what you would like coaching on. Maybe on what your next step should be, or maybe you want help with knowing, how do I respond to this text? I can't deal with this person. How do I respond? Whatever your question is or whatever you're struggling with, you can submit that to me. It stays anonymous, and within 1 business day, I'm going to respond back to you. Now, to have access Just so many courses, workshops, live group calls, a blueprint that tells you exactly what to do next, and the ability to submit questions to me personally and get a response within one business day. That is so much value, so much crazy value for $97 a month or $197 a quarter. Crazy. Go take advantage of it before it changes. Okay. Now, in the past, I have sold the membership at a discount, whether that was a Black Friday sale, whether it was a New Year's sale, whether it was a Halloween sale. There have been times I've offered pricing discounts on the membership, but over these past 2 years, I've built it up so much that the pricing is what it is. There will not be any planned price reductions. So don't wait for it to go on sale. Don't wait for a coupon code. It's not happening. You're already getting an insanely good, amazing deal at the current price. Yeah, go sign up for it. Okay, so who is the Brave Widow community membership for? It's for someone who likes to go at their own pace. Okay, so maybe you don't want to hop on a call every week. You don't want the one on one coaching. You don't want a huge commitment. Maybe you're not really sure how involved you want to be. Maybe you feel like you don't have a lot of time to commit to this, but you just want to get like dip your toe in the water and get a feel. It's great for you. If you're really good at holding yourself accountable, there's a place where you can go in and put in your own action plan of what you want to work on. And then you can routinely update that and say, okay, yes, I did this. And here's my successes and here's my struggles. And you want to be able to share that. It's great for you. If you want consistent support to grow and heal and to be able to connect with other widows, to be able to, we've had brave widows who have met up in real life, even though they live states away. We have brave widows that want to do get togethers here in the future. Like, it's just a great way to get to know other widows who are walking the same journey with you. If you like videos, if you like replays, if you like learning on your own time, I'm a really big replay person. There are a couple memberships I'm part of, and it's all about the replays. I listen to it when I'm driving, I listen to it when I'm doing laundry, I watch it when I'm getting ready in the morning. I just really enjoy being able to learn on my own time. And if you're that way, the membership's a great option that doesn't require any time commitment other than just learning on your own time. The membership is great as a safety net. If you want a place to go where you're like, I'm doing pretty good, but if I get stuck, or if I don't know how to handle a situation, or if I want to be able to focus now on dating or now on a particular area, I know I can log in the membership at any time. I can ask Emily a question. I can ask the group a question. I can watch a video series. Like, I instantly have access to all of those things when I need them. There's no commitment for me to show up for calls, to do all that. I can just come and go as I want and as I need. And I have a bunch of a la carte options. There's no requirement to watch all the videos. There's no order you have to go in. You literally are able to go in and pull off of a shelf just different topics and different videos that you want to learn more about or that would be the most helpful for you. Okay, that was a lot. I'm telling you, the membership community has so much available to you and so much to be able to help you. So that is option one for working with Emily and being part of the Brave Widow tribe in 2025. Option two, this one is new. Not really new because I have had the dating masterclass series in the past, but this is also morphing and evolving into more of a mastermind. So this one is called the Brave Widow Love After Loss Mastermind. The reason I'm keeping it as its own separate mastermind is because dating in the widowhood journey is very polarizing at times. You either have people that are super interested, it's a hot, juicy, fun, exciting topic, or you have people that have a very visceral reaction, right? I don't want to date. I'm not interested in that. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. Get it away from me. I have decided to keep the Love After Loss Mastermind separate. I also think there's so much there that we cover and that I support with specifically, not just around dating, but around attachment styles, communication, around how to present yourself to the world. Like there's so much there. It deserves its own container, its own area where that is what we focus on. If you are stuck on this dating roller coaster and you feel like you've got ups and downs and you're going upside down and loops and whirls and you're like, this is awful, I want to tap out, but I also would really like to be dating someone or in a relationship, this is for you. If you're afraid that you will ever find someone who would provide just as good of an experience as you've had in the past, this is for you. If you are concerned that you will have to settle, that your worth is now greatly decreased, that you carry too much baggage, no one's going to want you, you're too old, you're too overweight, you have too many things wrong with you, that you are going to have to settle, this is for you. If you have unresolved trauma or guilt around relationships, maybe you didn't have a great relationship in the past. Maybe you're dealing with a really difficult relationship now. Maybe you're caught in a friends with benefits or a situationship type thing, or you're struggling with widow's fire. Whatever it is, you're struggling with relationships and understanding healthy relationships and how to set boundaries and how to avoid when you see the red flags and not wanting to get caught up in another bad relationship. This is for you. If you're overwhelmed because you overthink relationships and you send a text and you stare at your phone for 2 hours waiting for a response, or you think you said too much in the text and you sent 10 messages and they haven't responded, or you aren't sure, maybe you wore your hair the wrong way on a date and you've totally screwed up your chances, this is for you. If you have attachment issues, setting boundaries, issues with feeling supported and seeking another relationship, if you struggle with guilt of even considering dating again, if you're even like I was in the beginning, I was just so stinking curious. What is that going to be like? When I dated before, there weren't these dating apps, there weren't all of these uninvited, gross pictures that got sent out. I'm just curious. What is this going to be like, especially as somebody who at the time was close to 40 with 4 kids as a widow? Like that sounds super enticing, right? But for those of you who don't know, I did figure out this whole dating thing and married a wonderful, amazing man named Robert in February of Oh wow. I have to say last year now. It's 2024. So we're coming up on 1 year. It's been the most wonderful, amazing experience. So I can help you. Okay. If you are afraid that making room for someone new means that you have to close the door on your past, this is for you. If you want to know, can I wear my ring? Should I take my pictures down? Are they asking too much for me to forget my person? How should I handle this conversation? When should I introduce them to my kids? When should I tell my in-laws? When should I tell my parents? What if someone sees me on the dating apps? If you've ever had those questions, this is for you. So again, this is called the Love After Loss Mastermind here in Brave Widow. And this is going to launch on February 17th. That's going to be our start date. This is a 90-day mastermind. So you have 3 months of highly focused, detailed support as you navigate your readiness to date, your fear and insecurities you have about dating and relationships, and as you're starting to talk to people and tweaking your profile picture and tweaking what you say, and should you put on there you're a widow? Should you not put on there? How do you bring it up in the conversation? I got it all for you, and it's also good. So the doors will open on February 11th. We kick off on February 17th. If you want to learn more, I highly suggest that you sign up for the live event I'm doing on February 11th called the Top 5 Dating Mistakes That Widows Make. To sign up for that, you can go to bravewidow.com/dating. You will also see in my email that I sent out today, or if you go anywhere to the Brave Widow website, the ability to sign up for the Love After Loss Mastermind waitlist. So you can get on the waitlist, you can get more information and details as that becomes available leading up to the launch of this mastermind. So what's in the mastermind? First of all, when you're part of a mastermind or part of one-on-one coaching, you get everything in the membership. So everything that I covered in the membership, the calls, the courses, the community, the connection, the Ask Emily, all of that, you get all of that. You also get weekly group coaching calls that are 2 hours every single week for 90 days. So as we launch the week of February 17th, I will have a live training where I take you through all of the systems that you need to know in the Love After Loss Mastermind. Live sessions that are going to happen every day. And then after that week, we meet for 2 hours every single week. And yes, all of the calls are recorded. And if you're part of the mastermind, you get access to listen to those recordings, to go in and ask questions. We will have a private Facebook group and chat just for this topic. If you're not a Facebook person, I also create a private section in the communities just for people that are in this mastermind. And as you share things in the community or on Facebook, like I am in there with you, helping you. So even if you want to post something like, hey, I'm using one of these 3 pictures as my profile picture, then which one should I use? I will help you make that decision. Or here's what I've written for my profile. Can you help me tweak this? I'm going to help you. Here's a situation where I texted this person. This is what they said. I'm not sure what to say back. I will help you. I will help you, and the other widows in that group will help you. The dating mastermind is so fun. I'm sorry. It's called the Love After Loss Mastermind. It's so good. It's so fun. And I'm really excited to offer this. So you have the weekly group coaching. You'll have the private groups where you can get feedback on. And of course, you still have Ask Emily. You still have all those other resources to get the direct feedback and the coaching that you want. Now, when the doors to this mastermind open, I am going to be offering fast action bonus. And I'm not spilling the beans on this. So if you want to learn what these bonuses are when you sign up, then go to bravewidow.com/dating, DATING, to sign up for our live event, or get yourself on the wait list and you will find out what those bonuses are when the doors open. Okay, so who is this for? If you're ready to explore the world of relationships, if you're even curious about dating, if you're in the thick of it and you're like, this is horrible, I'm ready to tap out, sign up. You will not regret it. This is going to be an amazing experience. It's $2,000 for the 3-month Love After Loss Mastermind. And yes, there's going to be a payment plan option available for those of you who prefer a payment plan. Okay. So we got the membership community, we got the Love After Loss Mastermind, and now starting in March, we are going to be rebranding the Brave Widow Mastermind. It's not the dating one. This is one that started back in August. We are rebranding the Brave Widow Mastermind to be the Brave Widow Academy. It is a mastermind. And if you're not familiar with what a mastermind is, it's dedicated group coaching where I walk you through step by step the different systems, tools, and strategies that you need to be able to move forward. We have time for group coaching every single week, so you can get feedback that you need. And you also have more access to me here than you do in the typical membership community. So who should join the Brave Widow Academy? If you are stuck in grief and you don't have a clear path forward, if you feel lost, you're not sure what's next, you don't know where to focus, you need to be part of the Academy. And again, I'm going to be sharing some real life client results of people who have gone through the mastermind and have gone through one-on-one coaching so that you get an idea. of what you're able to achieve here. If you're struggling with a loss of identity, you don't know who you are, you don't know what you like anymore, you don't know what your purpose is, this is for you. If you have a desire to grow personally and to step into this next version of you, this is for you. If you feel really disconnected from who you are, from your purpose, and you want structure, you want guidance, you want some meat and some specific feedback on how to move forward, this is for you. If you want to move forward, but you have a lot of fear and anxiety about what that means, or you have guilt about even wanting to move forward, or you're afraid that moving forward means you have to leave your person behind, this is for you. Now, before I dive into the details of the Brave Widow Academy, I want to share with you just a few real life results. If you remember earlier on in this episode, I talked about how we tracked things that typically are difficult to track. If someone were to ask you on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you rate your sense of purpose? Think for just a second, what would you say? Your sense of purpose, your sense of meaning, what number would you give that? Go ahead and think of that number. Now, what about if I asked you to rate your confidence? What would you say? What about relationships? Whether it's friendships, it's dealing with family and boundaries, whether it's dating, whatever it is that comes to mind when I say relationships. If you were to rate that on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you rate it? So in the Mastermind, which is now the Brave Widow Academy, and in one-on-one coaching, I actually have my clients go in and track routinely where they are on each of these things. So these are results after clients have gone through 6 months, either in the Mastermind or 6 months of one-on-one coaching with me. Let's start with a sense of purpose. I had a client that said their sense of purpose was a 0, that ultimately said their purpose was at an 8. I had another client that said their purpose was at a 3 when they started, and it went to a 9 once they were finished. I had another client who is currently in one of my programs that said her purpose was a 2, and now it's a 7. I just want you to imagine the transformation and the change that is happening for a widow to be able to say, right now, I have no sense of purpose, or it's very low. It's a 0, it's a 1, it's a 2, it's a 3. And 6 months later, they confidently come out and say, my purpose now is a 7 or an 8 or a 9. What would that feel like? Confidence. I have clients that have gone from a 5 to an 8, from a 3 to a 9, from a 4 to a 7. Imagine if you rated your confidence at a 2 or a 3, and 6 months later, you're getting on the phone call like one of my clients who's rated herself at a 9. And as we were on her celebration call, because she had finished her one-on-one coaching program, she's listened to me. I don't even know who I am anymore. This is a totally different person. I have emerged a different person that I am so confident. I don't even know who I am. This is amazing. I never thought I would be able to reach this. Imagine if that was you. One of the things that we track is a sense of moving forward, because so many widows feel stuck. They feel like they're either stuck or they're moving backwards, but they're not moving forward. So some of these clients rated moving forward at a 2, at a 5, at a 4. And once they finished, they were at a 7, an 8, and a 9. Just imagine feeling that you were stuck and that you were trying therapy and you were trying grief groups and you were like reading the books and listening to the podcast. And so you're moving forward, but you're like at a 2, and this is going to take forever. And is this going to be the rest of my life? And you have all of that worry, right? And then 6 months later, you're like, man, moving forward, I'm like an 8. I'm a 9. I am moving forward. Does that mean that your grief is perfectly healed and you love everything about your life and everything is just wonderful? No, of course not. But we are able to track things so that you can literally look at the words on the screen in front of you and see the progress that you've made in these programs. It's amazing. The Brave Widow Academy is going to open its doors again in March. And 6 months from March is September, which feels really far away, but hello, people, we're halfway through January already. If you want some of these same results in 6 months, if it's not one of these programs, what is it going to be to boost your purpose from a 2 to an 8, to boost your confidence from a 3 to a 9, to improve how you feel about relationships and how you navigate them from a 4 to an 8? If it's not a mastermind, if it's not one-on-one coaching, what is it going to be for you? Because ultimately, my programs at Brave Widow, they aren't for everyone. But my challenge to you is to consider, if it's not one of these programs that's right for you, then what is it? Because what I don't want for you is for you to be here January 14, 2026, and you haven't made any progress. Because time on its own does not heal all wounds, contrary to what we're taught. Time plus our actions is what enables us to heal and enabled us to build a life that we can love again. Okay, so let me tell you about the Brave Widow Academy. The Brave Widow Academy is that next step up from the membership community. This is really next level, high touch support that I bring to you in a very structured, very guided process. This is for the widow who's tired of messing around with searching up the YouTube videos, with reading the books, with talking with grief groups, with therapy that's fizzled out. Like, you are ready to learn, to grow, and to move forward. This is for you if you are ready to reconnect with your purpose and build a life of fulfillment. The Academy is perfect for someone who likes very structured guidance, support, and accountability. I am going to be your coach from March 17th through the end of September. Now, the cost of the Brave Widow Academy for 6 months of all of these things, plus access to the membership community, is $3,000. I'll also have a payment plan available for people who prefer to do a payment plan, but I offer a prepay discount of $3,000 upfront in full for 6 full months of masterminding and group coaching and all of these things. There are brave widows in the community who have published books, who've launched businesses, who have changed careers, who've dated for the first time, who have remarried. We have a Brave Widow baby on the way. Our first one. Widows are accomplishing amazing things. And this is the type of community and the type of people you want to surround yourself with because they want you to succeed. They're not going to be jealous of your progress. You're not going to get people questioning why you're even trying to live life again. You're not going to be in a judgmental type environment. These women are raw and real and vulnerable and doing amazing things. The Brave Widow Academy is coming to you March 17th. Okay, so we have covered the membership community, the Love After Loss Mastermind that starts in February, and the Brave Widow Academy that starts in March. Now, for some people, you want access to a coach, but you don't want the commitment of one-on-one coaching, or maybe you're not ready to invest at the level of one-on-one coaching. So for each of those 3 tiers, I also have the ability for you to add on individual one-on-one coaching sessions as you need them, or add on-demand coaching. Now, if you're interested in joining the Brave Widow Academy and you want to learn more, you want to be ready whenever the doors open to sign up, the best way to do that is to be on my email list. You can sign up for my email list at bravewidow.com. And whether you sign up for a live event, whether you go to bravewidow.com/free to access my free resources, you will be on the email list. You will have the ability to join the wait list. And you'll get to learn more as we get closer to March 17th about the Brave Widow Academy, what all is included, and what you can expect as being part of that program. Okay, whew, are you still with me? Let's talk about one-on-one coaching. I personally hired 4 one-on-one coaches last year in 2024. I also joined masterminds. I was part of a membership and I bought different courses. But the reason I decided to hire a one-on-one coach in 4 different areas of my life is because one-on-one coaching simply moves you forward faster. So let's talk about why one-on-one coaching might be the right option for you and why it's one of the most luxurious options that is available. The first reason is because of the personalized attention that you get in a one-on-one environment. I enjoy being part of a mastermind. I enjoy being part of a groups, but just like what I shared with you in hiring a public speaking coach, I know when I need personalized attention, when I don't want to have to compete with other people on a group coaching call, or maybe I want a safe space where I can openly share what I'm struggling with without everyone else hearing what's going on, without me worrying that I'm taking up too much time on a call, all of the things. When I know there's something very specific that I want to focus on, I want all that coach's attention on me during that call, and I want a custom approach and plan for specifically what's going to help me. One-on-one coaching is hands down the way to go. The second reason is an exclusive experience because of the progress I'm able to help people make and because of all the deeply transformative work that actually happens in one-on-one coaching. I wish I had all the unlimited time in the world to do one-on-one coaching with every single client. But the reality is that as human beings, we all have limited time. And one-on-one coaching, while it's extremely transformational and helpful, there are also a lot of limits with how many clients I can coach in a one-on-one coaching format. So when you invest in one-on-one coaching, you are paying for access to that coach. You're paying for access to their time, for their expertise, for their undivided attention. And in the case of my one-on-one coaching program, you also have access to me in between sessions. So not only do you have the support of the one-on-one sessions, but you also have access at any time, day or night, to shoot me a message and get a timely response. The third reason why one-on-one coaching is such a luxurious experience is because at the end of the day, it's the fastest way to get the results that you want. It's the highest level of accountability. It's the most personalized, customized approach. It's literally having someone whose job it is to be in your corner, to think every day about how they can help empower you to be successful and to help you navigate complexities, overcome obstacles, and stay on track. Anytime we need quick feedback, we need to make adjustments, we need to do course corrections, all of that is simpler and easier to do in a one-on-one format. And at the end of the day, when I compare results of people who are in a mastermind, academy type environment versus people who are in a one-on-one coaching environment, the biggest leaps in improvement and in results that we measure over time simply happens in the one-on-one environment. The fourth reason is the ongoing support and partnership. As your coach, I am all in. If you're just having the worst week ever and you need to hop on the phone every other day and hash things out, I'm in. If you get a text message from a crazy family member and you don't know how to respond, send me a screenshot. I'll help you figure it out. Your success directly is my success as a coach. And ultimately, in a one-on-one environment where you have undivided time and attention, there's no other way to do deep work more quickly than having that environment. Think about how many people that you even have that you could talk to where you wouldn't be competing with their phone, with their kids coming in, with the commercial that popped up on TV. Like, how many people can you truly sit down with and have an hour-long conversation and know that they're not going to deflect the conversation? They're not going to turn it into something they can talk about. They are truly focused, honed in, and committed to you and your success without any judgment, no blaming, just pure 100% support. If you've never had a coach, it is the best thing that you will experience. Number 5, you will experience empowerment and confidence like never before. You will be validated, you will be encouraged, you will be guided, and you will be empowered to be able to make decisions with confidence. You will have the strategies, the tools, the guidance that you need to be able to move forward and create the life that you can enjoy again. The amazing thing is that even after your coaching experience, you take all of these tools and knowledge and skill sets that you've developed with you. I've had so many clients reach out to me either during our time together or well after our time together to say, hey, I used this process that you taught me. It really helped me out, or really helped me to see things differently. And this is what I did with what you taught me. And that is like the best feeling ever. And number 6, coaching is just simply a luxurious experience. Having someone who is so fully dedicated to you, who provides not just a service, but an experience that helps to nurture your growth and your healing journey is amazing. Life coaching as an industry is just growing so rapidly. It's mind-boggling. But the big transformations, the big life changes, the big transitions that coaches help people through, it makes it very obvious why it would be amazing to have a one-on-one coach, and why I personally will always have someone as my one-on-one coach that's helping me grow, develop, or improve a part of my life or a skill set that I want to improve on. I do have one-on-one coaching availability that's opening up in February, and I would love to be your one-on-one coach. The cost for one-on-one coaching is $12,000 for 6 months, and you will get access to everything in the Brave Widow membership community, as well as the ability to join the Love After Loss Mastermind or the Brave Widow Academy. You get it all as a one-on-one coaching client. If you're interested in learning more about one-on-one coaching, you can go to bravewidow.com and schedule a consult call with me. There, I'll learn more about you and your specific situation, and I'll clearly articulate how I would help you with moving from where you are to where you want to be. And if you don't know where you want to be, because many clients come to me in that situation, I am going to help you paint the vision of what your life could look like at the end of our 6 months of working together. So again, you can go to bravewidow.com to schedule a consult and to learn more about one-on-one coaching. Okay, as I said in the beginning, 2025 is your year for growth, for transformation, for a completely different experience than what you have today. And while I invite you and welcome you into any of the containers and offers that I have in the Brave Widow community, the Mastermind, the Academy, or one-on-one coaching, again, I'll challenge you to ask yourself, if it's not one of the Brave Widow programs, what is it that is going to help you get where you want to be 6 months from today? What's going to get you there if it's not one of these programs that has been carefully curated to help widows move further along faster? I am so excited and grateful and grounded in this experience that is going to be available for our brave widows, and I can't wait to see you in 2025. Let's do this. Are you a widow who feels disconnected? Do you feel like you're stuck or even going backwards in your grief? Widowhood can be lonely and isolating, but it doesn't have to be. Join us in the Brave Widow membership community and connect. We teach widows how to find hope, heal their heart, and dream again for the future. Find your purpose and create a life you love today. Go to bravewidow.com to get started.